Hi, my name is Sherry Sanders and I'm a county extension agent in agriculture in White County. I work for the University of Arkansas System Division of Agriculture. Welcome to Agriculture. This series is designed to promote and celebrate women working in the field of agriculture in the state of Arkansas. This month we are featuring Jalyn Smith. Jalyn grew up in White County and discovered her passion for cattle at an early age. As a 17-year-old, she owns and operates JMS Cattle, and this is her story.
So the Braunvieh breed is kind of like Brown Swiss, but it's the beef version of them, but they're no cross. Everyone thinks they're crossed with something, but they're their own breed from Switzerland. And in our association, we love the breed, first of all, because their milk, like I said, they're kind of like Brown Swiss, so they have excellent milk and they make very good recip cows. We love to stick eggs in them. They raise calves amazing. So our Braunviehs that we love to put recips in, that means so we'll take some of my really good show heifers and we'll get them flushed. We'll get their eggs collected out of them and they'll fertilize them in the lab. And then they freeze them. And then we'll take our other Braunvieh cows and we'll stick that egg into them and they will raise the baby, even though it's my show heifer's genetics. I had this field of bred heifers that was pushed back behind my show barn and they didn't get checked all the time because they weren't due to calve for a while. And this girl that used to help me my cow, she came over and it was just a coincidence that day. We went out there and checked them and I seen this cow and I thought she's gonna calve today. But like I said, they weren't due for another 2 months. So I came back to feed that evening at the barn. And this cow was standing just in a perfect place for me to see her from a distance. And it just so happened to catch my eye. I was like, she has her tail up. She's probably trying to calve. So I went out there again. She was trying to calve. I came home to eat supper that evening and Dad was like, oh, she's not going to calve. They're not due for a while. I was like, yeah, she is. So we go back in the dark and it was February 2nd. So it was really cold. And this cow had this calf that was so tiny. She weighed 28 pounds and she didn't have all of her hair there. So I knew she ain't gonna make it out here. She was already cold and she couldn't stand up. So we brought her home and we raised her in the house for a while and she did amazing. She had to stay inside and anytime we brought her outside, we would take her from the office to the house all the time. We'd have to have her wrapped up in blankets, but she did so good and she grew up and eventually she got to go in the barn and live out there when it got a little warmer. And then when she got to a certain age, we bred her. And she didn't stick AI, unfortunately, so we turned out with the bull and she got bred. And then when she went to have her baby, we had to pull it, and it was actually very hard to get out, and we didn't know if either one of them were going to make it. And when we pulled the baby, it was actually dead, and we worked on it enough and just slowly brought it back to life.